Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into a daily read for Monday. Let's begin and pull a Sacred Forest Oracle card or two and see where the reading takes us. To begin for Monday, that felt very peaceful. There's something peaceful about you throughout this energy period, regardless of the energy throughout the day otherwise. Does that make sense? We are beginning with renewal. It does feel like there's a renewal of your spirit, okay? Renewal of your positivity for somebody, but it feels like you're going to be feeling a sense of healing coming to be throughout this day, and regaining your strength is what I'm getting. But I feel as if there's somebody drawn to the reading who needs to embrace the angelic energy, the peaceful vibes that you're being gifted, maybe even creating for yourself. I hope that as well makes sense. But we're also moving on to success. It feels like this is coming through in a few different ways. So different levels of success stemming from, created from the past efforts that you've put forth, right? As well as the current day efforts throughout this Monday. But it feels like there's a methodical way about you. You can hear how I am spacing out my words and not rushing through this reading. There's a feeling of this day being productive and maybe even jam-packed for some, but you're not rushing. You're not stressing things to the point of getting in your own way, but you're again methodical. You're making sure that you don't say the wrong things, do the wrong thing at the wrong time, or in general. It's this feeling of you maybe needing to not overthink things as well. That's coming through, because that can be a potential when it comes to the energies that we were just speaking upon. What else do we have? They're saying, so for some, it may be essential for you at certain points throughout this Monday to take yourself out of your head, all right? Mother Nature is a great tool, a great assistance in regards to that. You know, I always say it's really hard to overthink or continue to do so when you're wrapping yourself up with the beauty of Mother Nature. And we're moving on to sanctuary. They're also saying meditation may be a great tool for you. But there's a focus on a sanctuary of importance, even if that's not always feeling like or is a sanctuary for you, because something can at certain points be one and at other points not be one. You know what I mean? But regardless, it feels like you're needing to escape. Okay, you're needing to heal once again, and you may even find yourself succeeding within the sanctuary. But generosity. There's a sense of there being generosity stemming from you in one way, if not a couple different ways, and then otherwise, people are feeling generous in several different ways towards you, for you. But what you feel the need to focus on throughout this day is going to be of significance, because I really feel it being a very spiritually guided and very connected kind of time for you. And that may not be new for you per se, because it's not going to be new for me. But it does feel like there are moments where you're randomly focusing on something. And even if you don't realize it in that moment, you might. It feels as if that's a significant point of time where Spirit's saying we're pushing you to focus on it for a sake of importance. Whether it's a message, it could be a feeling, an energy, it could be, a remembrance moment, you name it. Let's move on to the tarot. I want to use the, let's do the Tattoo Tarot. I don't know why I want to use this one. To continue for Monday. There's something about somebody in your midst, maybe even you, being overly serious. That might be why you're feeling overly serious. But they're saying, what makes you smile? What puts a beautiful smile on your face? And therefore, Spirit's saying, well, then don't just remember this or think about this. Utilize it, right? Or maybe move towards it, depending on what it ends up being for you. Because it feels like part of you is expecting the worst in a situation, all right? And maybe more than one situation, two at most, it feels. Look up the spiritual meaning of a fox. Spiritual meaning of a fox. It does feel like there are reasons to celebrate. Please excuse the naked imagery, but there are reasons to celebrate throughout this day. But this being the one of the two Three of Cups in this deck that isn't colored in, because it feels like there's a lack of color throughout this period for whatever reason, and this may reiterate why you need to heal. This may reiterate why you need to go about bringing more of a smiling kind of energy and way of being, feeling throughout this day, and more so moving forward. But it does feel like regardless, they're saying fall back into what you know works best for you to color in this imagery, okay, this energy. And to maybe even once again turn this in the reversal and expect the best, because we know what happens when you expect the worst. More of the worst, okay, more of the negatives, and maybe even creating whatever you're expecting, or worse, and it may not have actually came to be, you know what I mean, in a negative sense, and now it will, because you are a manifester. What else do we have for Monday? Somebody was recently crying is what I'm getting, and they're in your midst or energetically connected to you, and you're going to feel this energy. We're also shifting on forward to the Strength card and the Eight of Cups. Shifting on forward and doing what you know is going to work best for you, once again, what you know you need to do even in order to regain your strength. Being reminded of how strong you truly are from all of the BS you've dealt with, from the ups and downs, the twists and turns of your path. They keep as well giving me the spiritual meaning of a rabbit, okay? I know that does speak upon fertility, new beginnings, stuff of that nature, all right? But I do feel as if this day may as well remind you that even in the midst of it, looking at her blindfold here, even in the midst of not knowing all that lies ahead, not seeing the way fully, maybe for some feeling you're quite or fully hidden in the dark, the possibilities are endless. You need to remember this in the midst of this kind of day. Be generous towards yourself is now what I'm getting. Be generous towards yourself. It does feel like you have certain time to yourself throughout this day, and it may be moments where you choose to succeed, do what you have to do, renew, release, heal, you name it. But it does feel like Spirit's saying, well, that may be a significant period for you, whether you want to utilize it in this way or not, to be generous towards yourself. This could be in regards to admiring your good looks, taking care of yourself in one if not multiple ways, remembering the good times, the success from the past, the ways that you've successfully overcame and dealt with this and that negativity, you know what I'm saying, or difficulty. But it does feel like you need to be remembering to have water on your side and to consume it throughout this day, because there's something about you not drinking enough of it recently, or at least throughout this period. But I wouldn't be surprised if you are at least partially, if not fully motivated and driven to succeed more. There's a feeling of you being drawn to this reading, succeeding recently, maybe even at a certain point or points throughout this day. And it drives you, it pushes you, it motivates you to achieve more, to gain more. Good, but find the balance in it all, right? This is going to be a very interesting, renewing, successful kind of day. Go enjoy it.